Welcome back to Whatever You Need, the channel where we dive deep into the stories behind the faces that shape Turkish television and the emotional worlds that unfold behind the cameras. Before we begin, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and if you want to support our journey even further, tap the join button to become a cherished part of our growing community. Today, we bring you a story that has been echoing across social media like a storm rolling over the horizon. A story about two names whose chemistry once carved a place in the hearts of millions, Sıla Türkoğlu and Halil İbrahim Ceyhan. Their unexpected reunion has set off a wave of anticipation, speculation, and a whirlwind of emotions that refuses to fade. Although the entertainment world is used to surprises, few announcements have managed to stir such intensity as the confirmation that Sıla and Halil will once again share the same stage in an upcoming project. The emotional weight carried by their past collaboration still lingers in the collective memory of viewers, and the idea of seeing them together again feels like a door reopening to a long-forgotten room. The production company's official confirmation, sealed by a single photo from the first script reading, triggered a cascade of reactions. In the image, Sıla sits with a reserved yet unmistakably warm expression, while Halil observes her with an enigmatic gaze that many fans claim says more than 1,000 words. Those present during that first gathering have shared that the atmosphere was heavy with both nostalgia and an undercurrent of unspoken tension, as if fragments of their past collaboration quietly drifted between them. One attendee later described the moment as a silent collision of memories, a phrase that rapidly became a viral quote across fan pages. Within hours, social platforms were flooded with heartfelt captions, "A duo we never stopped loving, the story breathes again, and they're back where they belong." What do you think, dear viewers? Are you among those who feel this reunion was inevitable? According to individuals with close ties to the new production, the storyline mirrors a theme that hits remarkably close to home: two people who parted ways under complex circumstances, only to be forced back together years later by fate. This parallel between fiction and reality has only fueled more speculation, creating a buzz strong enough to make the project one of the most anticipated of the year. Members of the crew who witnessed the early days of filming claim the air between the two actors changes the moment they lock eyes, a subtle yet unmistakable shift, like a ripple moving through still water. Everything becomes quiet for a breath or two, one technician shared. They create this silence around them without even trying. Though Sıla has been careful with her words during encounters with reporters, her expressions often convey more than the concise answers she offers. When asked about working with Halil again, her gentle smile seemed to escape before she could restrain it. She maintained a professional tone, saying, "It's an incredible team. We're all excited," before quickly withdrawing into the set. Halil, in contrast, allowed himself to be slightly more open. When questioned about reuniting with his former co-star, he calmly answered, "There's something in our dynamic that goes beyond dialogue." Fans immediately latched onto the statement, interpreting it as a subtle acknowledgement of their enduring bond. Yet, as with any emotionally charged reunion, not everyone in their inner circles responds with the same enthusiasm. Several close acquaintances have expressed concern that this new partnership may reopen emotional wounds thought to be long healed. They shared something profound, one confidant revealed. "Looking into the eyes of someone who once held a large space in your heart. Well, that's not something you walk through untouched." These remarks only added fuel to the already blazing fire of discussion across the internet. In fact, a short exchange captured by a journalist during a break on set has become a focal point for fan theories. As Halil leaned slightly towards Sıla, he was heard murmuring, "I didn't expect we'd meet again in this way." Sıla's calm response, "Sometimes life brings us back to unfinished chapters," spread across social networks like wildfire. Countless fans dissected the tone, the pauses, and even the body language surrounding their interaction, convinced that the words carried a deeper meaning than what was spoken directly. Some even argued that their dialogue resembled lines from a heartfelt novel rather than a casual set conversation. During a late-night shoot, witnesses described an atmosphere that felt different, gentler, more reflective. According to one crew member, when Sıla stumbled over a line, Halil immediately approached her, whispering something that made her break into laughter. Although the moment lasted barely a heartbeat, it was powerful enough to spark a new wave of speculation. Clips shared online were accompanied by comments such as "the spark was never gone," "some connections survive everything," and "this can't be acting." But what do you think? Are fans reaching too far, or is there a truth hiding beneath the surface? Even the production team, typically reserved and cautious with their observations, quietly admits that the natural harmony between the two actors is undeniable. One screenwriter mentioned that scenes involving them require very little adjustment, they flow into each other's energy effortlessly. It's like watching two currents blend in the same river. Journalists quickly recognized the magnetism surrounding the duo and began keeping constant watch outside the set. Every gesture, glance, or shared smile became a potential headline. Halil, perhaps more accustomed to this heightened attention, casually joked during an interview that "the heart doesn't follow scripts," a line that instantly trended. Hashtags like #HalilSyla and #TheMagicReturns surged across platforms, reaffirming just how invested viewers are in this reunion. One of the most symbolic moments came when Halil arrived on set with a star-shaped pendant, rumored to be the very one Sıla wore during their earlier project. When a photographer questioned him about its significance, Halil simply responded, "Some things carry good energy." The elegance of the statement, combined with the emotional weight the pendant held for fans, ignited yet another whirlwind of interpretation. Later that evening, Sıla shared a brief story on her own social media with the text, "Destiny doesn't always part paths, sometimes it teaches us how to return." The post rapidly gathered thousands of comments encouraging the pair to embrace their second chance. Insiders maintain that although the duo preserves a professional approach, their chemistry undeniably transcends the boundaries of their script. A makeup artist even recounted witnessing them having a quiet conversation away from the rest of the crew. When Sıla rejoined the team, her eyes reflected a soft glimmer, while Halil carried an air of steady calm. Small details, perhaps, yet meaningful enough to deepen the ongoing debate among fans. As promotion for the series began, Sıla remarked in an interview, "Some roles bring back emotions you thought were long buried. That's part of the beauty of storytelling." Sitting beside her, Halil added with a knowing look, "And sometimes, the lines between acting and reality blur more than we intend." Those words alone were enough to reignite everything. Now, anticipation continues to build at a remarkable pace. With every teaser, every leaked photo, and every subtle interaction, the excitement becomes harder to contain. Messages pour in from every corner of the internet. Their connection is real, we're counting the days, they define screen chemistry. The world seems ready to witness not just a performance, but a renewed story, perhaps one that never truly ended. As always, we want to hear from you. Do you think this reunion will revive old emotions, or is it simply the magic of two extraordinary performers reconnecting through art? And which other beloved Turkish stars would you like us to feature next on Whatever You Need? Before you go, remember to like the video, subscribe, and if you want to support us more closely, tap the join button to help our channel grow even stronger. Thank you for staying with us through this emotional journey. Until next time, this is Whatever You Need, signing off, where every story finds its heartbeat again.